Good morning and welcome to Judging by the Cover, the gaming review show where I rate games that I have not played and I score them based on the store page. Today I am joined by FlamedEzra. Hello, Ezra.
Hello, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh, it is fantastic. Now I know there's some interesting stuff that we have going on here. Today, I'm looking at something
Yep.
a little different. We are
Yeah.
still in early access month, and I did have something planned for this weekend's review, but there is some new hotness that isn't showing up on Steam, but has been getting some interesting attention.
Yes, I'm very excited. I'm so glad I suggested this one because it's like perfect timing for me to do a review with you. So,
Exactly. Now, I know that the both of us have played a fair amount of Minecraft, um, which is why we are looking at hopefully pulling off one of the earliest reviews of Hytale.
I'm so excited for this game, man.
Now, I don't know how many
Like,
other people on YouTube have reviewed this. I'm hoping that I'm one of the first.
yeah.
Uh, from what I understand, this game was originally started by the people that are behind a Minecraft server called Hypixel. You're probably more
Yes.
familiar with that than I am.
Haven't played a ton of the server side itself, but I did used to watch a lot of like videos and stuff that were featured the servers and stuff like that. Like I think it's a different server. I might be wrong about the facts behind it, but I definitely watch a lot of like animations by like Black Plasma Studios and Hypixel itself. I think had a few animations. I'm not entirely sure,
Right.
but it was one of the biggest like Java servers. If it's still Java, I don't remember if it like moved to Bedrock or whatever, but um I didn't play a ton of the server side multiplayer, but I have played a lot of Minecraft. And when I saw and heard about this in like 2019, when it was like making the waves of it's being in beta and everyone's looking forward to it, I was like, I gave it a quick peek and I signed up for the beta, but then I kind of let it be for a while because I was still obsessed with Minecraft, even though the Fortnite crave was going nuts at the time.
Right.
Um, so I kind of just forgot about it. And then I saw like the feed coming through in like the early 2024, 2025 time period. And then I was just seeing it and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then June happened and I'm like,
Right.
oh,
So, from what I've seen, and some of this information is available on their website, they have it in their blog posts, which chronologues a lot of their updates, change logs, development cycle, and that apparently the Hightail development was saved. So you said like June. They were under the label of Riot Games for a while, but then Riot had dropped development, but they worked out a deal with the original founders of the Hypixel studio, and they
yes.
were able to repurchase the rights and rehire the staff that had worked on it,
Yeah.
um,
Or at
and
least
now
like
have the
30
game out in early
developers.
access.
Yeah. I don't know if it was the entire staff that's working on it, but I know like 30 of like developers that were like
Right.
knew the ins and outs of the game, had put a lot of their heart and soul into it, were
Like they were people
rehired.
who had the background here. So if there was anything that needed to be redeveloped, then they had all had since they had already pulled it off once before, it probably didn't take as much to get it up the second time.
Yeah. And I haven't fully followed this game as much as a lot of other people out there who would probably review it. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I've only been able to follow like within the last like month or
Right.
so
And
me
of
like
course, like I
heavily.
said, it's on the website hytale.com, that Hytale. They have a whole blog posted on their website chronicling all of that, for anybody that's interested in the in-depth background. Uh, it is cool to see that the community and the development teams behind this had so much passion for the project that they were able to go ahead and keep this going even after Riot, um, for whatever reasons on their side, had decided to cut the development. Whether it was they just didn't see themselves going in the direction that benefited the game and the community the best. Um, and then being able to give that back to the original founders who had this vision, that had the support of their community, their fans.
Yeah.
Uh, so with
But yeah,
So
in
with
case you
that,
were like curious about
oh,
it, to make sure you know your money, if you do purchase it, is going to the original development and the original
right,
vision behind things. You know, you can
especially
rest
because
assured.
they had beta developers out on this, like, or beta testers on this, like players actively in this.
Yeah, I know I signed up for the beta like ages ago, but I never really checked my email enough to see if I ever got into that.
Right.
So if there was, you know, actual beta testing to the wide public, or if that was more exclusive, I'm not sure. But
So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and dive right on in. We got part one of our review here, the
yeah.
trailers. Now
Oh my.
the homepage has a link to one particular trailer. Now, and that link takes us to a video on their YouTube channel. And without going into like too much, like going through the whole video itself, um, their YouTube channel has the trail. Now, the trailer came from 7 years ago, but even their more recent videos, they do have a lot more recent showcases and snippets of things. Oh, and even like just audio from their soundtrack, which is pretty cool. Uh, so looking at that, just focusing on the main trailer itself, I did go through this and had a couple of notes here. The announcement trailer seems to be a bit of a showcase of their promised gameplay, where they show quite a few different creatures, movement styles, attack animations, what kind of combat interactions you might have. They show environments, and they really put an emphasis on the multiplayer and community driven parts of the game with servers, community designed mini games, modding support, character customization. Hey, a part of the trailer showed a movie theater, like play a player made movie theater with a screen where you could put up a video for everybody to watch together like a movie.
Yeah, that part is astonishing to me. I'm interested to see how that's gonna work out.
Right, like
I will
I'm
also say,
wondering if it's like like if you're supposed to link a YouTube video or link a stream and people watch it in the game, or if you're like able to stream your own monitor or something.
yeah. Real quick before we get too far ahead, because I want to make sure this is mentioned, especially when we're talking about streaming and videos.
Oh yeah.
This is definitely worth the mention. On early access launch day a few days ago, at the time of recording, it was like 4 days ago. It surged to the most watched game on Twitch. It like attracted over like 420,000 viewers because of how long waited this game was.
Oh
Like it
wow.
is the amount of hype behind it is insane. So
Now I know that as far as the review goes, like the main focus here is the trailer, but the fact
yeah,
that on now early access launch that there was that much hype for the game that it hit the top of Twitch, and my wife has I know I mentioned to Ezra before we started recording, she found out about this with some Minecraft YouTubers that she and I had watched for a while, because we've played Minecraft on and off, and a lot of those content creators are also taking very deep looks into Hytale. Now I tried to avoid some of that myself so I don't get spoiled too much on the actual game content before getting
yeah,
into this review.
yeah.
But
But
seeing that
actually,
much attention and passion come into this is amazing.
Yes, and obviously to remind folks, it is very much early access, and bugs are expected, and it is
Oh
stated
yes.
all over the place. And
That is one of
because
the
you know,
emphasis for this month is it is early access month. So even if we're looking at something, it's like, okay, I know that all of these features may not be implemented right now. A lot of this is work in progress.
yeah,
We are judging this based on what the store page is giving us, and if if it looks like they're living up to those promises so far.
yes. But the reason I bring that up is for two reasons. One, I already saw a bug that Flip was, I think it was Flip was dealing with, where he was like stuck upside down and restarting the game didn't work. But they released the patch like today. I don't know if that fixed that or not, but
Oh,
there's
fair.
definitely bugs, and they're definitely tending to it as much as they can. But the other thing I want to mention, because it's an early access, they do mention in the blog somewhere that they don't want to rush to 1.0. So obviously they're gonna be releasing a lot of patches and fixes, but
Oh yeah,
an
like
official like full release can happen for like a few years at the most. They were saying or something like that, like a year or so.
yeah,
So
like
it'll be in
I'm
early
seeing
access for a while.
I'm seeing on the blog here. So early access came out January 13th,
Yes.
and January 17th there was already a patch. So you know that they are actively keeping an eye when people report the bugs, they are working on fixes and putting those out like as quickly as they can.
Yes. So it is very. It looks great, and I'm totally biased because I love Minecraft, but which is ironic because it's technically a Minecraft competitor. So like the fact that I'm so like Minecraft, I lead Minecraft. I swear, I love that game way too much, and the fact that I
I
am
I have
so
definitely
excited.
played my fair share of Minecraft.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could see the two games coexisting. Like the two games,
Oh yeah, for sure.
from what I've seen in the trailer and the stuff so far, like Highcraft on the very bare
Minecraft.
surface level looks like an advancement of Minecraft, but the gameplay does seem to deliver something different. Like Minecraft puts a lot of focus on building and has had updates that seem to advance the adventuring aspect, but Hytale seems to be centered around that community and adventuring around its core with a much greater diversity of monsters, attack like RPG style attack methods and things like that.
Yeah, I would say that Minecraft, even though they had the adventure update and things kind of shifted, like the focus, at its
Right.
core, it's very much a sandbox game with RPG elements, which is technically what Hytale's advertising itself as to an extent. But like, I feel like because Hytale has gotten the experience of what Minecraft could be, and
Right.
taken that, it's gonna be like Minecraft is gonna continue being a sandbox with some RPG elements, but it's your game. You play it how you want.
Right. Like
Hytale from the get go is blending freeform sandbox with RPG from the get go, so they have the direction that they're going right off the bat that they plan to try and probably stick with. That is also, yes, community and player driven, with modding and game stuff already at the forefront of the game in mind. So
right.
I think that's gonna make it really different, and make it still a competitor, but also its ally. Like like
Right.
Terraria and Minecraft are always like, "Dap me up, bro." Like they're always with each other and they keep each other going strong and they don't fight each other, which is
Exactly.
like
And I mean,
fun as an Apex.
and I've seen games that straight up look like Minecraft clones that basically just feel like worse Minecraft without really
Yes.
doing anything different. Or if they do something different, it's not enough for it to really stand out.
Yeah.
I do remember
Meanwhile,
I've played
Hytale
one.
is like building upon its
Right.
own form. It
Like
definitely
just
takes inspiration, but isn't shaming itself or Minecraft either. It's trying.
this little snippet here from the
Yeah, that
trailer.
looks
I
good.
just like it looks the scene looks almost exactly like something you would see in Minecraft, but then you seem to have some more dynamic character customization. The environments look more fleshed out than Minecraft's blocky environments.
Yeah.
The things that you can break, like just the pots and everything in this temple layout here. Um, like I could see how this could be built in Minecraft, but it would look more blocky and less like constructed and rendered in
Which
that
actually
one.
is intriguing to me because that's one of my favorite parts of Minecraft is the fact that it's like a voxel game. So every single grid, it's like perfectly aligned. I can make things to a T, and it kind of flows with each other better. I'm interested to
Right,
see how the sandbox part of this game works because of everything not being a cubic meter. Like, is it gonna be more
right.
like Sims style where you kind of like go from a bird's eye view and kind of like do something, or is it like you place it and it has like a hitbox and there's not something like it interacts like build mode, what's it called in The Sims that cheat move objects where you can merge things at half tiles or even any
Oh,
tile
right.
together. I'm intrigued to see how that part works in this game.
And then like the combat especially just seems as now I don't want to say that the combat is exactly advanced. I haven't seen enough of it to really determine like how mechanically deep it is, but it does at least appear like we do see in some snapshots of in some snippets of the trailer, like the character has a magic rod and launches a magic attack so that you have more variety in like your weapon and attack styles against enemies.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a class that you can kind of go for. kind of thing.
Right.
I assume there isn't like a literal class like Skyrim, like skill trees, but I'm sure there's
Right. They
some
might
sort of
not have
element
something
of
like that,
that.
but at the very least, like equipping a different weapon. Like, what was it? Minecraft Dungeons had something like that where your quote unquote character class was defined by your weapon.
And like different perks you could do. Yeah, like when you
Right.
enchant it. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't play a whole lot of dungeons.
Yeah. But
To like
Dungeons
know.
very much like I've tried out Dungeons, but it very much felt like a watered down Diablo.
I haven't
Now
played Diablo, but I
it
played
did
a little bit of dungeons.
yeah,
So
I could see how it would have its charm to it, but like in that kind of a game, I feel like if I wanted to play that kind of action RPG, I would be playing Hades, I'd be playing Diablo, I'd be playing Path of
yeah,
Exile. Those just
fair.
seem like more in-depth, intricate versions of those games, whereas Hytale looks like if I wanted to play Minecraft Dungeons, Hytale looks like it might be a more robust way to do that without having to do like instance dungeons, but you get that adventure combat feel of things.
Yeah, yeah,
But then, like I said, the a huge emphasis they put. Now it's only shown for a brief part of the trailer, but they do seem to put a huge boast on the community aspect. They show this server aspect where the scene is full of players. You got this huge castle. Now I don't know if this was built by a player, like by hand, like block by block, or if they like have a thing where you can reconstruct something. We see a huge diversity. Now I know Minecraft with your skins, you can have a bit of variety in how you dress up your character with the skins, but
yeah,
this one seemed to put much more of an emphasis on or a much more fluid structure on how you dress your characters. There was even like they showed some of the mini games here where you have characters on these floating islands shooting at each other. So it seems like a little bit of a PvP mini game arena. One of the things that
Bedwars
really
versus
stuck
zombies.
out, there was the modding. They show a very brief moment of the tools here where you mess with the models and animations for the things that you create for the game.
Yeah,
So
and
they are
there's
emphasizing
page
like they
scripts and
want it to
stuff.
be upfront that the modding has support.
Yeah,
And then there was one other like very brief. Oh yeah, we see brief
a
moment of
snippet of the character
character
creation.
creation,
Yeah,
and then the again the movie
the video.
theater.
I
The
didn't
fact
notice
that
the
they have
popcorn until now. That's so cute.
oh yeah they do have characters holding popcorn in the game.
That's so
Now it
cute.
does
I
look
love
like
that.
that this is basically playing a YouTube video to the
From an
community in the
iPad
game.
or something. Yeah, some sort of mobile form of it. I feel like. Okay, that's kind of cool. That looks
Yeah,
like basically like World Edit to an extent.
so like this is where I'm thinking like if this thing is the kind of thing where you have like pre-made things that you can insert into the game, I'm wondering if
Like mini
that'll make it
webs. Yeah,
easier to like build pre-constructed things as opposed to having to make everything block by block. Because when it comes to Minecraft, like I love Minecraft for what it does, but building things can be one of the most
time
tedious
consuming.
things imaginable.
I don't know about tedious. Well, I guess it depends on what you know.
It
If you
now some for
if you're
some
trying to
people
build
that
like a
is
big, yeah,
yeah, some people that's what they live for, and I have
I
massive
for
respect for the people that make some amazing builds. Like we said, Fwip, Mythical
ingredient.
Sausage. There's some waffle guy or something that's a big Minecraft person, I think.
I love ingredient as well. It's really cool. Like
Yeah,
he was like the staple of like this is how you build.
and I've seen like huge multiplayer servers where like different content creators come together and do like a full season as if it was like a TV production
Yeah,
on their part. And each one of them is uploading episodes like side by side in sync with each other.
yeah.
And
Crash is
I've
one of the
seen those
biggest
groups
ones.
do that, and it was really cool seeing them all put that all together. And it's like they make incredibly impressive builds.
Yeah,
And I look at those builds and I get inspired and I'm like, I want to build something like that. But then I
and then
actually
you go
sit
and
down
build
and
a
try to
robot.
build something like that. And I'm like, building this shit is so freaking boring to me. But again, like that is to me. Now,
Yeah. It also
Minecraft and
depends on like the team that you have with you. If you're playing it solo, it can be very tedious. But I found myself
yeah.
to be playing on my Bedrock realm lately with like one or two friends, and even though
Oh
my building
yeah.
style is drastically different from one of them and stuff like that, it's just well, both of them. It just we got a flow state going. We're on in like a
Right,
few hours every single day. I've got like I'm like filling water for a dam. I'm building roads. I'm building like things, and I got this whole plan thing. We've been playing it for like 400 in-game days now, and I wanna continue that world. It's definitely become one of my forever worlds at the moment. But
right.
like for the sake of YouTube, I can't just jump in at a 500 in-game day world. So I plan to restart separate worlds for the sake of YouTube at some point.
Right.
But I gotta get there.
And like
So
that's
I'm
the
just
kind
gonna
of thing
try
is
to
like
do solo or that with
it's
friends.
exactly the kind of game that can be so many different things to so many different people. And like I
Yep.
said, for me, I find like trying to build something like that gets very boring after a while, especially with how meticulous you have to get with it. But then if they have this kind of thing where maybe the community comes together and submits things so that you can like borrow somebody's build, and if you have the
Licensing
resources
gallery.
just have it inserted into your game world, that could
Yeah.
be kind of a cool thing to see if they have
Oh yeah.
that with. And
I think
I'm
having
hoping that
prefabs
Paint the
would
World
be like
has
the
that
amount of
kind of.
possibilities with like prefabs would be really cool too, because you can like take different aesthetics and like pull it together
Right.
and like make a whole medieval city and like that. It'd be really cool. So
And then oh yeah, the
this
so
is one of my favorite parts. I'm really
this moment
excited for
right
this
here,
aspect.
this scene took up like 2 seconds or less of the trailer, but it blew my mind seeing this where
Yeah,
they boast that you can make movies, and they have, it looks like a full-on film studio. You have like your director over here, you got somebody at the computer watching everything, you got the on rails camera person here, and
yeah.
somebody running down the line with a green screen in the background.
It
And I'm
looks
like,
so cool. It's
if
so good.
this is what the
It's
in-game machinima engines look like, this alone would be so fun to work with. Outside of
you
just
can,
adventuring, outside of creative mode doing crazy builds,
yeah.
having this kind of a thing in the
YouTube
game.
is like Minecraft and YouTube had its golden era, but if this is the kind of development you can have in game, YouTube creators are gonna go off, bro. Like just it's gonna be insane the amount of machinemas
Exactly.
you can see on YouTube that
And
looks so professional.
now I know that like I mentioned it before, this trailer, and I know we've been gushing on this trailer for like much longer than the trailer. If you want to just see the trailer, by all means go to the website, check the YouTube channel. The trailer's right there. This
Yeah, this
trailer is 7 years old. It came from early in their excuse me, it came from earlier in their development, but I am hoping that everything shown in this trailer is, if it's not in their current early access build, that I hope that they are working towards these, because these are amazing features to be promising.
yeah. I will also say, just a side note here, but if you do go to the YouTube's videos or YouTube channel, they should still have a different like the development stages of things. And
Right.
there's a YouTuber that I like to watch called Ice Cream Sandwich. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of him, but when he
I think
was
I've seen
looking
that
into
one
it
a
a few
little bit.
years ago, there was just some of the sound. He was absolutely right. Some of the sound that they have in this game, like he said, delicious.
Right.
It's just it
And I
sounds
mean,
so good. It looks so good. Like it's just they're doing a great job. I can't like full send. I'm trying not to be too biased here, but I'm copping the max now.
right.
I'm just
Like
I'm just
I'm
having
looking at them here. They have their trailer. They have several soundtracks, art time lapses. They got a creative mode gameplay 27-minute showcase here where you can look into some stuff. Like they have a lot of stuff for people to look at that look like some very interesting things to go off on. A lot of footage there for people who are interested to just check out. Um, Now I did have a note that I have. What was it? Oh yeah. So the whole thing. Now I know we've been gushing on the trailer, but I will say
yeah.
the fact that the trailer is 7 years old, um, it is a bit of a slight concern because like I want to be assured that the trailer is still accurate to their current vision of the game.
That's a fair point. Yes.
Um, I know
Which
from the
honestly,
game's description and stuff, we'll probably get some stuff. Now we do see that they are very community driven. The current state of their game information does boast on that, so I'm not it's not too much of a concern, but I am hoping that at the very least, like that this is pretty much a reality of their current state of things. It's a very slight concern because, like I said, early access is not a deal breaker for me. It is something that's going to be like, I'm going to be cautious about it. I know the game I reviewed last week was something that had just hit Steam in early access, and it looked very like it looked barely like it was a tech demo, and the trailer didn't even match the screenshots. Um, so
Okay.
like early,
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh yeah, but like that was last week's review for another indie game. But this one, like I'm looking at this, the trailers and screenshots look great. Um, it does look familiar to Minecraft. Now I know we keep getting the Minecraft tangent, but considering that it originated from a Minecraft fan server, and then basically spun off into a full-on like added mechanics and everything with development. I am hoping that their features really pan out.
I will say it definitely seems like it's still planned because if you look at the game page on the official website, it is all the stuff that's currently available and stuff
Right,
that's still under construction. So it looks like cinematic tools and stuff like that. All the stuff that's promised in the trailer does seem to be still either in early access or promised for later times still. Like cinematic tools is under construction. Parental controls under construction. From the mini game side of things is still under construction, but it looks like the core of the gameplay is already kind of being built in and is out there
right.
with early access, the world to explore, stuff like that, which we'll get into more here
Oh yeah.
momentarily. But
So the second part of our review is screenshots, and there's a lot of them.
there's
There
the whole
are
times tables multiplication table amount of
there
screenshots.
is 12 pages of 12 screenshots on their
There's
media page, as well as, the link to their trailer again. And on top
Oh,
of
and then the wallpapers and stuff. Yeah, it's just the amount of
they
content
got
just to look at on the website is
so
insane.
if you're somebody that likes to have like random computer wallpapers or wallpapers for your phone, they have 6 wallpapers here that you can just download for your computer. They got what, 7 here that you can download for your mobile device, plus what is this, 40 bits of concept art across like different environments, creatures, characters, items. Like you see in-game items, they have the concept art for jars, wood cases, barrels, stone chests, like everything you can imagine. Rough rough sketches of different sea creatures that you encounter in water. And then when we get to the screenshots, so a lot of these things will be in those screenshots too. In fact, there was another video that my wife had shown me that I think it was a video where they boasted that they were using the in-game machinima tools to make it, and I'm pretty sure that one of the guys was riding this cave rex or this raptor. It was I think it was the raptor because I remember it had like this anglerfish dongle on its head. And oh, prehistoric chicken. But like just the amount of concept art they have in here for people to go through and review. They even have a section of all their extra videos. Now, I don't want to get into too much depth of the screenshots because there are 144 of them. I know usually on Steam I'd go one by one and just see the screenshots, but we're just going to take a look at each of the 12 pages. Now we do see the characters doing different things. We got them in farming in their environments. We got one of them with your horned helmet main character here being chased by some spiders. We see one of the screenshots here. Dude has a helicopter backpack.
Inspector Gadget.
Now that alone is already kind of cool. That your character has like this flying thing. I'm wondering if that's like if it's an actual like flight device where you can actually like fly upward with it, or if it's just supposed to be like a slow fall kind of thing. But I did see in the trailer, uh, I know we kind of gloss over a lot in the trailer, but there is a part of the trailer where somebody in the background is a character is flying in a hot air balloon. So I'm wondering like how much flight is actually possible in the game.
Yeah. Oh, that's some of the scuba gear.
Oh yeah, the scuba gear was something. Now let's see, where was it? Oh, that might be a
Page
few
7.
pages in, right?
Yeah.
Yep. We do see a couple of underwater shots here, but like this character is just wearing their hoodie and headset. Wait, is that
That's on
PewDiePie?
snow. That's that PewDiePie.
Doesn't that look like him?
It
I thought
kind
he
of
gave up.
does.
I thought he's retired and living in Japan. But seriously, that does kind of look like him, full on with the headphones and the swishy hair.
Yeah.
We do see like a little cooking station over here. So they have all different kinds of crafting workbenches from what I've heard. The environments, like you can see how the environments look very Minecraft inspired, but they do look more fleshed out.
Definitely their own thing, but have inspiration from other
Yeah.
things. Yeah, for sure.
And there's so much more variety in the creatures. We got buffaloes, dinosaurs. We got an ogre over here, like some kind of ogre or troll or something.
Skeleton like mage back there too.
Yep.
There's poop.
We do see some of the characters out here, like tilling the farmland. We got some kind of
Chicken with a fork in it?
it. It looks like an undead chicken.
Oh. I'm naming him Rotisserie.
Okay, that does seem appropriate. We do see a little snippet of the user
Oh,
interface here from the first
yeah.
person perspective. We do see, the hotbar is pretty much the same as Minecraft, but then again, can you really claim that the hotbar is ripped off from Minecraft when like almost every game out there
Which game
has a
has a bar?
hotbar? Like Minecraft has it,
Every game
Stardew
has some
Valley
sort of
has it.
heads-up interface
Yeah,
display.
World of Warcraft had hotbars long before those games existed.
Yeah.
Um, is that Okay, I was about to say, is that Aquaman? But no, that's a cat shirt. I almost thought that was Aquaman. They've got their horses. They got so much more like costume stuff. Like this one looks like a very like a desert tunic kind of
Yeah.
attire with the hood and everything. The torches look more like more fleshed out and animated. Oh, and apparently, some
Ooh.
parts of this game are just actual shit.
That's what I said when you first came to there. I said, "Oh, poo."
Yep. We do see like looks like more player builds. I don't know if this is a player build or if
That
this
looks
is
like
like an
a.
actual.
That reminds me of a Goblin camp from Breath of the Wild.
Oh, that does make sense. That could be something like that. So maybe like the
Some sort
mobs
of Goblin
actually have
outpost.
their own bases of operations. We do
Yeah.
see like another skeleton mage out here
Yeah.
with the and the character's got a spear, so it's a different
Yeah.
weapon type that out as opposed to things.
As Minecraft now has spears, but it's not throwable spears.
Yeah,
More like javelin.
the javelins.
I don't know.
Character. Okay,
It's
now
weird.
I know Minecraft has axes, but that is a battle
That's a
axe.
battle axe.
That is absolutely a battle axe.
Is that an emerald blade in the bottom left?
That does look like an emerald blade, and I'm hoping that monsters that carry this kind of equipment, I hope they drop that equipment so that you can grab it for yourself.
Yeah. Ooh, the bats look kind of cool.
The caves are definitely robust here.
There's a dodo.
Oh, also just a straight up pigeon.
Pigeon.
And that, yeah, like I know I keep saying there's so many different types of creatures that we got like this swamp creature out here. We got all these different undeads, like these crawling ones here,
They all
this
look so
hooded
good.
archer. They got freaking meerkats. They just like they went all in on just actually populating the environments with a lot of different kinds of animals. They got different kinds of dogs, hyenas, little strange
That
tangerine
looks,
people.
yeah, those kind of look like Smurfs mixed with trolls mixed with Furbies.
I was about to say that they're giving off a little bit of an Ewok vibe,
Or that, I mean, I guess they're like trolls, but instead of having weird hair, they're like
right?
leaves on their head.
Oh, we do. You mentioned one of the things had
Gear.
somebody with scuba gear, so they have like actual breathing apparatus for underwater, as opposed to having to play through X number of hours to finally be able to brew a water breathing potion.
Oh no. It's a
Uh,
sea bass, or
ha
is it C plus?
ha.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, looks like a
uh,
trout and a bass almost. Oh, and an eel, a little bit of an eel down
yeah.
here, along with the
Crab.
crabs. Oh, and a shark. They off in the corner they have a shark. I missed that one earlier,
Oh, hello.
and I'm betting you that that shark is extremely hostile.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, and that's right. Something else that got pointed out to me: the moon is round.
Illegal.
In a world of blocks, the moon is actually round, and so is the sun. So it's a lot of really cool stuff in the screenshots. Like they give you a lot to look at, and I
It's
imagine like some of these things could probably be left out. Like this, it's a beautiful shot, but I'm wondering if like this one would have been better, like in a like a bit of a side view
yeah.
in a trailer or something.
That top left gives some menacing vibes, though. He's got a villain arc coming.
Oh yeah, with the portal, and
This
then
looks
oh
ready to
they got the
fight.
little that is a rabbit made out of cactus.
Huh. Is it edible
So
though?
I mean, the question is if you if you slice it open and drink from it, will it quench your thirst?
It's just poisonous. It quenches your thirst once.
It'll quench you. It's the quenchiest. Oh, you even have now. I don't know if I want to know if if the chicken coop here is like an actual. Is it like Stardew Valley where the chicken coop is a dedicated chicken coop, or did somebody
Is it
build the
player built?
chicken coop? Like, did they build it and then the chickens just happen to house in it, kind of thing? But it even has like a little sign here, so it looks like
It has
it's
little feathers.
intentional for it.
Yeah, I would say intentional.
And oh, they even have a screenshot. Like the night shots are just gorgeous here with all the campfire lighting. Everything else is just kind of shadowed in the background, but the
That
campfire
troll is
lighting in there.
drooling.
He is. Oh my gosh, he is drooling. That is some detail.
Yeah.
Like having them drool like that. What other major screenshots they got here? It looks like a little leaf spear wielding tangerine man. More landscapes, more they even showcase more of the community stuff. Like there are easily over 20 players in this environment.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering like how massive the personal servers can get. The ships are looking pretty robust. Um, even the creatures like these giant golems, like this,
He's got a sword in his shoulder.
right? I'm wondering. Now I did see there was a thing in the trailer where a giant yeti ripped a chunk out of the ground and
And then
threw it at the
eat it.
player. So I'm wondering. So obviously the enemies do have different kinds of attack patterns and attack methods, as opposed to just their standard either shoot or swing a fist kind of attack. I'm
Yeah.
wondering if this thing can actually like pull that sword out of itself and start swinging it at you.
Yeah. It's also missing part of its arm. Its arm is like vines or something.
Oh yeah, I'm wondering if that's It'd be
Maybe
cool to
we'll get
see
some
like if they
attack from.
have a kind of thing where as you fight something, if you knock parts off of certain enemies or have certain interactions with them. Oh, we have another undersea shot here with the scuba gear against two. Looks like a couple of hammerhead sharks and merfolk
Oh yeah.
at a shipwreck.
Yeah.
And just this is one of the things that just highlights this game to me is the sheer variety of the interactions. Uh,
Yeah.
Another group
Little
watching a
movie
YouTube
shit.
video like this right here. I know people have gone on
Wait,
Discord for like watch parties and stuff. I can imagine
there's an
like people coming into this game just for watch parties.
wait, go back real quick.
Oh,
There's an enemy in the theater with them. Look at the top right of
wait,
the
an enemy.
the front row. There's one of those like,
Oh,
yeah.
that
I wonder
is
what that.
that's a troll.
Yeah, he just wants
Maybe
to watch.
they're not all enemies. Like maybe some of the mobs like they can be hostile or maybe you can be friendly towards them.
NPC or something. Yeah, that'd be cool.
We got more campgrounds. They got giant dragons. They do boast a lot of like epic creatures that you can face
Yeah.
in the game. But yeah, this is just all kinds of the last page. Okay, some of these screenshots, like these look more like what you would see as character builds in Minecraft or the creator
Yeah,
builds. But even then, like seeing them panned out this way, I don't know. I feel like anybody
those merfolk
that's
on land.
oh yeah, chasing them down. Um, I did see a mention that the merfolk kind of reminded them of the drowned. Um, Although I do think I like the merfolk more than the drowned in Minecraft, just because like the drowned are basically just they're just
Drown
zombie
zombies.
2.0.
Yeah.
While merfolk is like, okay, now you look like you are your own type of creature. But that's the screenshots. They give us a lot of stuff to go there on their media page. Both the screenshots, the wallpapers, the concept art. It's a lot of really cool stuff to see. I highly advise anybody out there who gets the chance to check it out as well. And I think that gets us to part
Part
three,
three. Store description.
the store description of the game. Now, normally I would be reading this off of Steam, but this game is not showing up as available on Steam. It seems you can only get it from their website directly, which not necessarily a bad thing. I just think maybe they couldn't get the Steam green light or something by the time they wanted to start getting it out there. But they still would use their website to their advantage to get a lot of information out there. Starting off with what is Hytale? Set out on an adventure built for both creation and play. Hytale blends the freedom of a sandbox with the momentum of an RPG. Explore a procedurally generated world full of dungeons, secrets, and a variety of creatures, then shape it block by block. Our early access release focus our early access release focuses on polished core systems, exploration, responsive combat, and robust building alongside creator first tools for making your own content, crafting mini games, and running community servers. Jump in, make your mark, and help us grow this world together. So they're just putting all their eggs right out there up front, letting you know like, okay, you got dungeons, secrets, you got there's a combat focus. You can go exploration or building. We did see in the screenshots and the trailer that there is farming aspects. So even if you want to go minimal on combat, there are other things to do in the world. Much like Minecraft, but it just feels like like you mentioned earlier. It feels like a more advanced Minecraft, especially in regards to the combat.
Yeah.
Let's see. The adventure, a world to explore. As you traverse each generated landscape, the world will open up around you. Towering ruins, forgotten caverns, and strange landmarks await off the beaten path, with small glimmers of history hinted at in the places, creatures, and items you discover. Along the way, you might stumble upon random events, hidden dens, or sudden challenges that turn a simple trip into a memorable story. With a constant mix of surprise and points of interest to uncover, every journey will feel different. And again, it feeds right back into that exploration aspect, but being that that you have so much more variety in the creatures, it seems like less that you're going out to maybe find something that you know how it's going to generate, and you have more
More
of
of
a
a
sense of,
journey.
yeah, more of a journey and discovery to it.
Yeah.
I do especially love that they use the graphics. Now, some of these things we did see in the screenshot. We saw this guy in the screenshots, but
Yeah.
just seeing it right here next to that, you're like, oh, that looks
Yeah.
like an imposing figure. I'd like to see what that's about. Just the store page gets you excited about those possibilities.
Yeah.
Let's see. Choose your path. Hytale will support many different play styles in its final form. Whether you want to be a settler, adventurer, or craftsperson, you will have plenty to do as you advance through the game. With so much to see in our exploration mode, so many memories to unlock, and other worlds to visit, why not invite a friend or two to share the experience and leave the mark on the world together? So again, they are emphasizing very heavily their
Community.
multiplayer aspect.
Yeah.
Let's see, encounter dire foes. Now, this was also in a lot of the screenshots. We see a lot of very large enemies. Host to creatures large and small, from scampering critters to powerful monsters. Each zone features its own unique wildlife, with dangerous creatures standing guard over the most powerful gear in the game. Master the wilderness. You put down roots in any of Hytale's beautiful biomes, grow your crops, make your food, or build a series of minecart tracks to bridge bigger distances and help you explore. You'll have plenty of opportunities to be creative, whether you choose to build a cottage or a castle, as they showcase a nice little cottage here.
Yeah.
Like this character actually looks like somebody that would have walked right out of the pages of Stardew Valley. Oh, I mentioned the hot air balloon in the trailer. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Discover unique worlds. You experience moments of magic as our world generator technology creates a spectacle on the fly. Rushing rivers carve tunnels through mountains, waterfalls tumble into ancient caverns, and bubbling hot springs promise respite from the perils of the wild. So, again, like just showcasing that you are going across a massive landscape. Let's see. So going into the multiplayer and the mini games, built for competitive play, and I think one of their recent trailers did showcase a little bit of the PvP too. Um, Powerful tools that give mini game creators more freedom than ever, complete control over camera position, game assets, and basic mechanics. Our own custom game engine designed for top performance on a wide range of PCs. So I would actually now I know the mini game thing that we saw in the trailer seemed to just kind of be an open battle arena, but I'm wondering just
Yeah.
how many different mini games like people are going to be able to easily create or implement with those tools. Smart parental controls under construction. Of course, parental controls, especially for games like this, because I know like what Roblox had some huge controversy happen in recent history. So having like a good parental measure and control over that is going to be good for younger players where you need to monitor those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Character creator, you get freeform character creator customization, lets you dress up how you like, from modern stylings to rugged adventuring gear. Express yourself with a wide range of items that we've committed to continuously expand. Now I know like Minecraft also has like they got the character skins, but they also have the kind of thing where you can mix and match different body parts to make your character look unique. But I think with Minecraft, some of those are like you have to buy in-game currency in order to get some of those.
Bedrock
Um,
Edition. Yeah.
yeah, I am hoping that these at least give you like just by getting the game, I'm hoping that they give you enough of a customization without having to buy extra costume packs outside of, maybe like their premium or their supporter packs, but still at least have, enough of a robust thing so that you don't have to play as a base model for the most part.
Yeah.
Let's see. Run your own world. From day one, Hytale is built around player run servers. Host your own world, customize it with mods and plugins, and shape the experience for your friends or community, whether it's survival, minigames, or something entirely new. And their server code will be shared source and available for everyone, making it easier to tweak, extend, and build the kind of server you've always wanted. Official servers may come later, but the heart of Hytale lives in what you create. So again, they are very much focused on making it known that they want people to mod and like to modify the game to to suit whatever taste they want to go for.
Yeah.
They got now they do show a little snapshot of the tools in here. Comprehensive collection of tools that grant the players more creative power, from model creation and animation via Blockbench to advanced in-game creator tools that allows players to build their vision faster than ever. So basically, you can go right into the game's own tools to do 3D modeling and like do all the animations and stuff within the game. That's incredible, I think. Cinematic tools. Now it does show under construction here, and they're so this is something that's a work in progress, but they are reminding us that that thing we saw in the trailer for doing like the machinima type of deal It is in the works. Providing all the same tools that we've developed in order to create the game. So if you can see it, you can edit it. That is quite a promise.
Yeah.
Again, the modeling and animation tools, they got that going here with Blockbench. In-game scripting. So that's going to be more mod-driven stuff. So they give a lot of information there.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things that now, as far as me being, I'm not even going to hide it. I'm into this game. I am
Yeah.
like 99% sold that this is
Yeah.
something I'm down on.
I'm
Um,
so down for it. I'm buying it tonight when we're done with this review. It's just happening.
well, we have one endorsement right there already. Um, with the amount of information they get, like they give you a lot of information, a lot of promises, and the trailer does show that these promises are in motion. Even though that trailer is 7 years old, the fact that they're more up to date website and like we mentioned before, they have their blog that they have kept up to date with the patch notes, the release, hot fixes from January 2026 from on the 15th. Look at Hytale's lore and philosophy. Like they have been active here over like not just the last week or two, but over years, like the entirety of their production cycle. Um, so that has me very faithful that the game, even in early access, warrants a high score. Uh, but before we get to the actual score, we just have our fourth part for the review overall analysis. Graphics, I'd say the graphics, like very clearly, that it looks like Minecraft. But that's not a bad thing. I have seen games that look like shameless Minecraft clones. This game looks like they started with that Minecraft aesthetic and then went further to have some kind of a vision. And the fact that it started from the people from the crew that had run a Minecraft server, like they worked with the community and they worked with their teams to go and develop a more robust system for combat and for creators so that people could slot in and do a lot of different things. With the graphics giving people control over models, animations, that they promised to have controls over scripting, like that's just a cool thing.
Yeah.
um, the sound, they do have quite a bit of the soundtrack loaded up on the YouTube channel with some gorgeous sounding music. The trailer showcases a little bit of that too. The gameplay, again, this goes back from the Minecraft thing. It looks like on the very bare surface level, looks like Minecraft gameplay, but where the combat and the mechanics have gone farther.
Yeah.
I have noticed that something we didn't see a lot of that I know is big in the Minecraft community, like Minecraft has like the redstone mechanisms.
Oh yeah, I'm a little
Heights,
intrigued about electricity in this and like
yeah, like
mechanics for like I never even thought about that.
so that's something that I've noticed is that Hytale has no boasting of anything really similar to the redstone mechanics in Minecraft,
Yeah.
which could be one of the big differences here that really sets it apart. But
I'm
then
sure people
again,
still figure out how to farm things though.
right. Um, but even then, like the redstone and the manipulation of Minecraft, if those things are not present in here, that's probably actually to Hytale's benefit because you with the way that the game looks, you want to differentiate it from that inspiration point, which
Yeah.
I think with the combat and the
And
enemies and everything,
and the
they do a good job of
exploration
that.
too, because like if you had like a redstone mechanic in Hytale, I feel like if it's not some sort of like toned down variant of it at the least, it'll
Right,
people will figure out how to farm it so much that they'll get the same discouragement unless they're really doing like unless they're like YouTubers selling like mega builds. You know,
right,
the average player will be discouraged because they'll start building those builds, get all the resources, and be like, well, what do I do now? You know, Hytale boasts the RPG elements and the exploration side of the game that not having a way to make your own mechanics,
right.
machines, and farms Makes
So like
sense, honestly, at least in these early stages.
exactly. And I think that's one of the big selling points here is that it has that similar look, but the gameplay does look different enough to really warrant being its own thing. Kind of like
Yeah.
maybe to a similar extent of like Pal World compared to Pokemon, where people saw Pal World designs and it's like, oh, those creatures look like Pokemon and you catch them in balls. Cool. So it's basically a 3D Pokemon. And it's like you look at the actual gameplay and it's nothing like Pokemon at
Yeah,
all.
it's way different.
So, so if they can maintain that difference, unless some people want to mod in like similar Redstone stuff, that's up to those players and those fringes of the community. But I think as far as the vanilla base game itself, the gameplay does look like it offers quite a bit, especially with so much weapon variety and monster variety where things are more diverse than skeletons shoot arrows and everything else just kind of throws a punch at you.
Yeah.
um the user interface and the menus now, as far as the store pages go, I think this is going to be a point of complaint for me. We saw a little bit of screenshot and video footage of their character creator and some of their creative tools, but we really didn't see much in the way of what the in-game menus look like. Uh, I didn't see an item menu, crafting menu, interface for workbench or smelting table or furnace or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm
For
really
a
curious about the progression side of the game, how that works.
right, like if we could see like even just a small snippet, if they were to if they would show the inventory menu or maybe a couple of weapon stats side by side and be like, okay, that'd be a cool thing to see. They don't have to go into too much detail, but if they could show like in this image here where it shows staff, sword, and hammer, if they could just show us like one example of what each weapon's uh info kit looks like, that'd be a nice little thing to show, especially when they have 144 screenshots to go through and not a single one shows item stats.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't think about that.
Um, it's just with this, the game, like a lot of the games I've looked at over the past year, I've kind of gotten to that mind where it's like I want, if I'm looking at something in the store and it like some games I can look at it and it doesn't look like the game where your menus are going to matter too much because you barely spend any time in them. But something like this where you're going through your gear is going to have different stats. You're doing a lot of crafting, smelting, all that kind of stuff, resource management. You're going to be in menus a lot more than you would be in like a Sonic the Hedgehog game. In a Sonic game, I don't care what the menus look like. I want to run fast. But here,
Yeah,
I definitely need some kind of a heads up on how the menus are going to look. Now, maybe on the YouTube channel, I'm sure there are videos up there, and there's tons of content creators that are out there right now live streaming and doing videos of this game where you can see those menus in motion. But
yeah,
as far as the store pages are concerned and the developer's own website, I feel like this is something that we should see on their site, at least in a very brief snapshot.
I agree to that extent.
But I feel like that's probably my biggest complaint here. My other concerns with how the promises are going to hold up after 7 years of wherever the development went. Those have been pretty much answered in the more updated store page. But even at that one criticism, it's like
It just
finding
looks so good.
examples of it, it's like it's nice to have it on the store page and I can easily find the user interface if I check out some of those other videos and streamers, but at the same time, like that's going to be my main concern for the rating.
Yeah,
um and finally, the pricing. Now they're
pricing's not
showing,
bad.
yeah, for
It's
the
literally just cosmetics is like so
yeah,
far the only advantages to bigger price point. So I mean, $20 to access this game in all of its glory and just not like having extra capes or whatever
exactly,
is
like
not bad. That's really good.
because I think like in order to purchase and in order to purchase mine now, you do one purchase of Minecraft, and that basically gets it for you on like you can install it on any number of computers, and as long as you can sign into your Microsoft account, you can log into your Minecraft and play it. That's $30 for that. Very fair price for what it is, even at full price.
Unless you want to go buy
Hightail
it on a different system or something.
based oh yeah, if you're buying it on another console, then that might be another thing because you got to go through the console's eShop. But
Yeah.
Hightail, $20 for their early access, and then they have these other 35 and $70 supporter and founder edition packages that they call Curse Breaker. So they do have a couple of higher tiers if you want to go ahead and give some extra
Or
support to the developers.
yeah.
But like Ezra
It's
said,
really just all three give you the same amount of game access. The only perks you're
right.
paying extra for is just cosmetics.
Right.
So
Like, let's see, you get capes, and then these wearable item sets. Some other stuff
yeah,
is
for
revealed
character
later.
creation.
Hopefully, the stuff revealed later is just going to be like some extra cosmetic bonuses and not like some pay to win exclusive kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, let's see, everything from standard supporter, exclusive curse breaker capes, and then other like cosmetic sets here. And then soon to be revealed, more to come. But again, like it's like you get some nice cosmetics. Now those price points are kind of on the high rate for that. Like I feel like I would personally not pay $70 for a bunch of cosmetics like to just wear on my character. I would very much just go for that $20 price, which for what we see in the early access, I think is a very fair price. Even if the
Yeah.
game feels a little bare bones at this point, after like if I were to go in and play and say like okay it feels a little barren, but again it's early access, it's less than a week old by the time of this video.
Yeah. I have high hopes for it, so I'm definitely going since I am in the position and like my cosmetics and exclusive stuff.
Right,
I definitely plan on going for the 70. But I'm also in a position where I can do that for the
right,
common, probably like person who's looking into gaming or maybe just got themselves a big gamer PC but don't have a lot to spend on much else. The $20
right.
price point is a very nice entry fee.
Exactly. Like you can get that $20 price. And but if you want to float some extra support to the developers, like you want to and you're able, you can get that 35 or that $70. Or if you are the kind of person who likes those exclusive cosmetics, then there's nothing wrong with that either. I do
Yeah.
appreciate that the supporter packs and the curse breaker is that it is for cosmetics, that you're not like getting a kind of gameplay advantage, especially since they do show that there are PvP modes boasted in the
Oh
game,
yeah.
even if those
I
modes
wouldn't support
are
the 70 if it was a pay to win thing. The fact that it's purely cosmetic is nice.
exactly. And when it comes to that kind of thing, like I'm I'm not a fan of going for those myself, but I'm not against them. The
Yeah.
fact that, and again, it's an early access thing, and the developers are putting out some excellent work. They're communicating with their community. They're updating their game. So the price is looking pretty good. They even scrolling down, they even show the some of the pack sets. So the standard, you get this Forest Guardian set, Voyager. So you get some nice little scout sets here. The supporter, they're showing you the goggles, the capes, and the little sets that you get. Same with the Curse
Yeah.
Breaker. You can actually see the costumes that you're getting out of it. Ooh, I gotta say, my former teenage goth years are screaming for that Void Bearer set. Not gonna lie, but they have that all there, and the website itself is also laid out very easy to navigate. Everything, like all of these tabs that I went across here, the blog, the media, the game, community, and download, it's all right there. So overall, I think the $20 price absolutely fair for what the game is boasting, especially early access with the active community, active development, and promise of more to come. And for people that like the cosmetics and people who want to give that to support to the developers, 35 and $70. Now 70, that is like at at to above AAA game pricing. So that might be a little much, but for the amount of game that it is, I would say that even $70 if the game were at full release, $70 would even be like 60 to 70 would be a fair price point for it based on how much game there is here. The fact
Yeah,
that the base is 20 is just amazing at that point.
I agree.
So here comes the part to score the game. And
I'm interested by your score because yeah.
I don't want the internet to eviscerate me over this, and I'm a little scared to say it. I am rating this game an 8 out of 10.
That's a fair advantage or fair standpoint because you've been reviewing games blindly for a while, and this is just your blind review, not even like your full like I've played the
Right.
games. I think,
Now, now
and
mind
for an
my
early
this
access game, it's not bad either.
exactly. Like early access. Now I am giving leeway here for the early access, and this review is based on the store page and how the store page is selling the game to me. Um 8 out of 10. I'm giving it a very favorable 8 out of 10. Uh Price extremely fair. Graphics, it looks good. The gameplay looks unique enough to set it apart from the Minecraft comparison. It's just I really want to see more of the UI. Like we see a little bit of things in motion, we see a little bit in the screenshots, but I would like to see more of the item menus, and I would like to see more of like the weapon variation in motion to see like if there's special skills, how magic might work, even if it's just a small snippet in like if now I know there again, Hytale has a whole YouTube channel with extra trailers, extra footage. There's possibly some stuff in there, but as far as the website itself and what the website is presenting us, I feel like we could see a little bit more of how that works without even exposing too much of the lore and the secrets and whatever it is you're supposed to discover in the game world. Um, then again, I'm also a bit of a mechanically driven person, so I'm thinking that I'm the kind of person I want to see a little bit of the mechanics that set the game apart in
Yeah,
addition to, just the raw visuals.
that's fair. I obviously am very biased and will rate it at least a 9 out of 10. Just as I want to give it a 10. I agree with the point that I should see more of the UI, and I like the fact that it separates itself from Minecraft.
Right.
Um, so I'm gonna give it like a 9 just based on the store page solely. But also, I've looked more into it, so and I plan on going all out and buying it, and I've been following the game here and there for quite a few years. So I think a 9 isn't even fair for me to give, but I think a 9 or an 8.5 even is what I would rate it solely on the store page and the
Right.
trailer that it has. It's a
And
little higher than you, but that's because the UI doesn't
yeah,
really concern me too much, except for maybe how much inventory management is like how much space
right.
do I have in my inventory? Is it the same as Minecraft? Or where that's the only gripe I have because I can't see UI. I'm curious about that, but the rest of it I would love to experience myself. How do the weapons work? Is it swinging? Is it like how does the magic
Right.
system work? It's fair, but that's something I would like to experience once I've played the game,
Right. 'Cause,
not
I
be
mean, we do
spoiled
see,
completely.
like, we can just see just here, they have axes, daggers, swords, hammers, staves. Like, they have a lot of weapon types.
Yeah.
So we know there's going to be some variety in there. I'm pretty sure. And we did see in the trailer, like, they launched a fireball from the staff. So we know that the staff is not just a thing you hit with.
Bonk.
Whereas if you looked at Minecraft, that's exactly what it would be.
Yeah.
Um, as far as who I would recommend this to, I feel like I would recommend at least trying this to anybody who likes Minecraft, especially if somebody is if somebody liked Minecraft but thought it needed more like environmental and creature variety, then this seems like exactly the kind of thing that they'd be going for.
Yeah.
Um as far as raising the score, It's something that would raise the score. It would be the UI for me. Getting to see the menus, at least see a couple of item stats on a screenshot or something like that. That would bring it up for me. Um, Now, I do have one other note that was brought up to me, and this was something that my wife had mentioned. Because she had looked into it a little bit too, and I made sure to just kind of block it out for the purposes of this review. Is that the game does not seem to currently have controller support, but
But it is planned.
it is planned. Like the developers have specifically put it in their notes, like for public review, that they are working on controller support and that it should be up like at the latest when the game is fully released. Which, okay, good, because now if I'm playing on a computer, if I'm just playing on my laptop, I'm fine with, the WASD and mouse controls because I can do the same for Minecraft. But when I'm playing at my desk, I have a larger screen set off to the side from my computer, and I prefer a controller for that one. So I'm not like, so like I'm sure anybody watching the camera here on the video sees me looking this way. That's because my large screen is where I have the layout here for um for where I'm looking at Hytale. So I'm
Yeah.
looking this way. That's how I play games too. Is I play the game on the large screen while my computer's running the game over here. And if I'm doing like WASD and mouse on with my head turned to the big screen, it kicks my shoulders and my back get all twisted. So controller for that would be much preferable. I think there are maybe some people that have found a little workaround for getting a controller to work, but that might take a little more of a technical workaround kind of issue. But I do hope that, and again, this is not something that I took into account for my review. This review is based on the store page. Um, but I do hope that they get the controller support worked out like before final release, because that would be something that would be like, okay, you know what? They got that controller thing. I am snapping this up instantly then.
Yeah. That's fair.
Um, with that, now, just a quick shout. Just a reminder out there. Again, I know my rating might get me a little eviscerated. Some people might yell at me for only giving it an 8 out of 10 when other people might be like, this is a solid 10 out of 10. No, this is an 11 out of 10. And it's like, you know what? For anybody of those opinions, absolutely valid, especially for those of you who have played the game already, or if you have watched, I don't know, Waddles, Whip, uh, Mythical Sausage, or any of the other million YouTubers or Twitch streamers that have been, going gung ho on this. Um, by all means, like leave some feedback down there. If I got something wrong, that if there's something that I got wrong from the store page that is absolutely shown in the actual gameplay, by all means, drop a comment in there. You can yell at me, do whatever you need to. We also accept we accept differing opinions and respectful criticism. And you know what? I accept hateful people too, because that they do drive engagement. uh
Alrighty.
so anybody else out there, let us know your thoughts. Ezra, do you have anything else firing off there?
Uh, I don't have any like final things really. I'm just excited. I'm definitely buying this. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna see if I can get it to work on my Steam Deck because that would be interesting. Because you can play non-Steam games, and it
Right. If you,
has support to run like assign key binds to controller binds on it. So I will have to get
right.
back to and let you know and update people in the comments on the video if I
Oh,
was
that
able
would
to
be
figure that
good
out.
if you get something, if you can figure out that kind of a thing there and see like how technical it might be, or if like some kind of easy to implement mod might be out there, because like the modding is one of their core focuses here.
Yeah, but also Steam Deck runs on Linux, so I don't know. I'll have to look.
Oh,
I'll have to look for
all
sure.
right. Although, oh, I do have one point of curiosity before going off here.
Yeah.
So you said like you're like 100% down on the $70 curse breaker package.
Yeah, that's mainly because I missed out on early support of Minecraft because I was younger and I had it through a friend's
Right.
account, so I couldn't like play in the beta and get the early Minecon capes. So I'm mainly doing it because I was a founder in Fortnite in the world, and I know that there's certain perks that come with doing a founders pack, and also because I really want to support this,
Right.
as a whole.
I mean, it like I said, it looks like an incredible product. They showcase it on their store page very well. They give you a lot of information. Their trailers and their screenshots and their gameplay looks like it all matches up to what they're promising.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which, as far as their marketing goes, looks amazing. Even if I had never played Minecraft, I'd be like, you know what? This looks like a very well put together product.
Yeah.
Even especially for early access.
Yeah.
Um,
And also, I'm in a position where I can spend the 70. You
Right.
know,
If
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 I,
you have that kind of expendable budget and you want to put that support for the creators,
I mean,
by
it
all
doesn't help.
means.
It does help. I've been saving up for other things. And I just happen to have a little bit
Right.
of cash lying around from selling my Xbox. You know, like I got the ability to. Normally, I wouldn't spend 70 on even a AAA game, but I'm excited for this one, so it's different.
So my main question, Ezra, is jumping on this. If you're jumping on this tonight, what time do you think you're getting to bed?
Oh man, I have plans tomorrow, but I don't have to be out yet. And so since my brother's surgery is coming up next week, and that's part of
Right.
why I've been on hiatus longer than I anticipated. I like uploaded a Java video and then had stuff happen, and then had
Right.
to prepare for him getting the surgery. So I'm gonna be on hiatus a little longer than I hoped. I am giving him space because he needs a little bit of prepare himself. It's happening, and
Right.
it's
I've
a lot of
I've
emotional
I've had
processing.
my guts
So
rearranged. I
I
know there's like a little
normally
bit of
go
a mental.
I normally go to bed between like midnight and 1 at the latest. If I can stay up that late, it just depends. I wake up at 7 on the dot. Tomorrow I'm
Right.
going to go play the Lorwyn Eclipse Magic event, so I'm probably going to be up later than that because I don't have to wake up right away. I can sleep in, and then I'll be going get out of his hair with a friend to go to that magic event around like noonish. So
Fair.
I'm probably going to be up for a while if
Well,
I'm buying this tonight.
I'm gonna let you know that if I do end up picking this up,
Yeah.
I may end up getting the standard package at some point in the near future.
Oh
Because I
yeah,
could.
we're playing this
This is the kind
together.
of thing like so many games I put off on buying because I don't see myself finding the time to put into it that I feel like the price would warrant.
Yeah.
Um,
But you've played Minecraft on and off, and you enjoyed it, and this looks like a more
right.
new game. I feel. I think you and I would have a lot of fun with this.
It looks like
And
the kind of
it's a
game that
decent
I would
entry point.
enjoy more than Minecraft.
I think you would.
And
I
I would
think
absolutely be down to play together too.
I think what my problem is, I love Minecraft too much that I'm gonna run into an issue where I don't know which one I'm gonna want to play more.
Fair. And especially with the community aspect, like it is one of those things where since it is community driven, now they do have some boast in there about plenty of single player options, and I'm sure that there's
Yeah,
enough of a game to warrant your single player lone wolf exploration. But being able to go out with your friends too and play with them, that is one of the huge things that
yeah,
drives, especially games in the modern era, is that sense of community around the games.
yeah. That's
So
why I'm thinking because I could
going
start
into
this game in like single player game with you, and then when I want to play
right.
with my console buddies, that's when Minecraft comes because it's cross-platform.
Right. Like if you have more friends that are playing Minecraft, you're going to default to that because that's where all those people are at. But if at least a few of them migrate or not even migrate, but also play into this one, that does give multiple options there. And I do have some other
Exactly.
friends in other Discord groups. Like one of my friends, Possum, had mentioned
How
uh
they were playing it, yeah.
like on they have a Discord server too, and they had posted a link to Hytale in there. In fact, if it wasn't for my wife telling me about the game, that would have been the first way that I heard about this. So
Yeah.
either way, I was going to get exposed to this.
Yeah, you don't live under a rock, so I think you were gonna get exposed either way.
So I may not be buying it tonight, but
Yeah,
I am very likely to be getting it in the near future. And if that controller support drops, my wife said that she is going to want it on her computer instantly.
yeah. I will let you know if I find anything about how to do it either on Steam Deck or some other method.
Alrighty. Now
But
I may not have the Steam Deck, but I do have I got my wireless controller with the USB dongle.
yeah,
So if the controller support works for it, then that would be hands down we would be set.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody out there in
Yeah.
YouTube or wherever you get your podcasty stuff. If I ever figure out uploading these to other places, in the meantime, have a beautiful night. I know this has been a long review, but like, oh, and again, any of you guys that have played Hytale, yell at me in the comments about how stupid I am.
Dum dum.